What's good? It's your boy Logic back in here with another video. Let's get into it. Man, I'm here to talk about bread. And when I say bread, I'm talking about paper. When I'm talking about paper, I'm talking about money. And I'm gonna talk about something in particular. I got a buddy of mine. He runs a business. You know, um, his sole source of income or whatnot, right? He got himself a lady friend. They have a long distance relationship, but it's not long. It's probably more like about an hour. They live about an apart, hour apart. You know what I'm saying? Um, Enough to where they spend time on the weekends together, whatever, and then during the weekdays he's running his business. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably the best way to handle things. If you can set it up like that, it ain't causing no trouble. That's what's up. What's good? What's good? So you know, um, they've been together for a few years, and as of recently, in the past like 2 years, basically we've been going through the pandemic, right? So obviously everybody's been hit. Um, Business is suffering a little bit. His particular business isn't like a necessity; it's more like um, an entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Without giving anything away, right? So, and I said this back when the pandemic was, in its heyday, right? I said the longer people go without visiting the shop or the business or whatever, the more they realize that it's not as much of a necessity. I mean, it never was a necessity, but when you're talking about something that you love or something that you get entertainment from or whatever, in the moment, especially when you can afford it, it becomes part of you. So it kind of feels like a necessity, kind of like you getting a fix or whatever, right? But the pandemic showed that I'm going through long periods of time without getting this fix, and I'm realizing that I got extra money now. I'm prioritizing certain things now, and then once the pandemic kind of slows down, you notice that you don't got as many customers returning. You know what I'm saying? So your business is already hit. It's gonna be hit. Basically, I say like this: it'll never be the same unless some type of resurgence of some kind happens. It'll never be the same. So, um, my whole thing is you're gonna have to reinvigorate your customers. Try to find a way to get in some new people. You're gonna have to move differently to try to show, like, you're trying to put that best foot forward. Whether you opening up more hours, um, giving off more discounts, whatever you got to do to stay afloat, right? But like I said, he got this girl now, whatever. And obviously, we already know how girls are. They're gonna suck your resources. You know what I'm saying? Whatever profit you was making from the business, you're gonna have to funnel it to your chick, right? And here's the funny thing about chicks, that I've realized: they'll suck your resources, which is typical. That's fine. But at the same time, they'll keep you from making resources. And that's what's fucked up, because I'm like, obviously, you would think, like, if you like resources, you should be helping me make more resources so that you can continually suck the resources. But you'll hear situations like, oh, you work too much or whatever. And I'm like, but you enjoy the fruits of the labors, but you're complaining that I work too much or whatever. You don't spend enough time together. But I'm trying to, especially during the pandemic, I'm trying to make sure the fucking business is staying afloat. But it is what it is. I'm not saying this is particularly happening in this case, but um, certain situations keep coming up to where, all right, we gotta go on leave or we gotta close the shop down, and he runs it all on his own. So there is nobody to run the business while he's gone. So whatever the case may be, if you're going on vacation or you're going on some type of trip to support your girl or whatever the case may be, you got to close down the shop, right? So you're in the rebuilding process. We're in the tail end of the pandemic, and you need to show consistency. But she's taking your resources and at the same time keeping you from making resources. And like I said, if the pandemic never happened, I could say, okay, I understand, like, this is just part of the game of love and stuff, and you'll make little sacrifices, but you could probably bounce back. But right now, I'll say this, during this pandemic shit, I would say this. This is the this is the time where you do not focus on females. Do not focus on females during this pandemic, because it's the perfect opportunity for them to use you, because females are out here struggling too. And best believe they're gonna want a little nest egg or whatever to get up under you. And at the same time, while they're trying to get theirs, they're tearing you down. So I'm just saying, be mindful. You know, all a man has is his word, and in some cases, his business that has your name on it. That's synonymous with you, which is part of your resume. They say your name, they say that business at the same time. You know what I'm saying? If anything happens between you and that girl, guess what? The business is still gonna have your back if you were loyal to the business. But that's all I gotta say, man. Just for y'all guys out there hustling and working and shit, do not let girls distract you from your purpose. Get bread and build that shit up. Peace. Logic out.